Well, good morning. It is Friday, the 13th of November, and I spent the night at Rock Spring Hut, and it rained, sometimes hard last night, but it rained off and on almost all night. But I was in the shelter, nobody there, so it's the third time now I've stayed in the shelter, and there's never been anyone around. Shenandoah Valley down there, from the shelter, when it was clear last night, clouds would roll in and then it would be clear. I could get a really charming view of the lights twinkling down in the town. And right now, the top of that is actually a mountain. It probably is all washed out there. And then you can see the clouds in and out of the valley here. So a little bit of a view this morning. It's not cold, it's, I don't know, 40s. Nice hiking weather. This is good weather to hike in. So I'm looking to go to Lewis Mountain Campground, which is a small campground, apparently still open. I'd rather not camp in the campground, with all these car campers, but I may not have any choice. There aren't any shelters sort of within 5 miles of that. Maybe there's one just before that. Yeah, I think there's one just before that. But that would be like a 10-mile day for me or something like that. Maybe even 8 or something. Too short. So having some good times here. Had my biscuits and gravy for breakfast. Got a frog in my throat this morning. And so that tasted mighty fine. And I have to resupply at the Lewis Mountain Campground. Supposedly they have a good camp store that is operated by a thru hiker from a couple years ago. Boy, the voice is just... So it has some things that are good for backpackers, not just for car campers. That's the gouge anyway. That's what I'm betting on, because I'm basically going to be out of food. I have enough for tonight. I bought an additional dinner when I was at Elk Wallow. So I have one for tonight, but I'm out of breakfasts, and I do have a couple lunches left. So anyway, I will have to resupply there probably another 3 or 4 days. Because I don't have trail legs. I'm only doing between 15, well, usually about 15s here. That's sort of what I'm counting on. I mean, when I came through here last year, it was 20 plus, 20 to 25. We had planned one 28-mile day. That was the day I got hypothermia. So that's the difference between having trail legs and not. It's also this time of year, the sun doesn't come up and it sets early, so the hiking day is shorter. And I'm not really terribly keen on night hiking by headlamp now. Yeah. So anyway, it appears to be a good day. Should be gradually clearing out today. It's not going to get terribly warm, like mid-50s, I think. It's going to be the high. Hoping you're having a great mid-50s day wherever you are. Near Big Meadows, looking over the Shenandoah Valley there. Still a little bit of cloud there in the peaks. Beautiful day. Well, here I am at Lewis Mountain campgrounds. It's one of the smaller campgrounds here in Shenandoah Park. I came upon this display I'm standing next to right now. And when Shenandoah National Park first opened in 1936, the Department of the Interior didn't know how to handle segregation in Virginia in the national park. And Harold Ickes, who was an advocate for civil rights, pushed the National Park Service. Ultimately, he lost initially, and so there were segregated facilities here in Shenandoah National Park. And Lewis Mountain was for the exclusive use of Negroes, whereas some of the other campgrounds in the park were for whites only. And it says here in 1950, the Shenandoah National Park's facilities were legally integrated. And then, of course, the Civil Rights Act in 1964 made that, impossible, at least in law anywhere. So anyway, here I am. There's absolutely nobody camping here that I can see. I'm going to have to go down and see if I can find the camp store, because I'm basically out of food, and I have another about 4 days to go. So anyway, a really interesting place here. The day has turned out to be pretty good. As you can see, some of the sunshine coming through, and I'm enjoying it.